got the
Anyway.
song. It's Let's Groove Tonight.
Oh,
That's
good
like,
tonight.
we
Alright.
boogie
Down,
down. Oh, dude,
down.
that song thumps. It's awesome.
It's so funny.
That song thumps.
I don't
That
know.
song thumps. What about the
What's-
term?
Oh, you're cutting out a little bit.
You sound like my
Was it
friend.
Slap.
Slap.
It slaps, yeah.
Oh,
slap.
this shit slaps. Yeah.
Yeah. You know what? To me though,
Robert,
see,
you know what a
I think
slap-
these youngsters, I think here's what happens, right? I think that they're not used to good speakers, right? So they're used to like when you turn it up, it sounds like something's being like slapping, like something's making is distorting. It's like
Oh yeah.
that's what you're.
And,
Yeah. For us,
chest slam.
if the bass sounded good, we'd say like, "Oh, dude, sound like you're underwater." It's like, you know what I mean? No, nothing slapping. What's slapping? Yeah,
I've never heard somebody say it sounds like you're underwater.
Yeah, it does.
Have you ever been in a pool that has speakers in it?
No, I
So
haven't.
that's-
All of the pools and all of the houses I've lived at.
Yeah.
Never lived in a house with a pool. Sorry.
Oh,
So,
so
do they have subs? Like, how does it sound in there?
like the Disney World pools, they'll have a couple of them.
Oh,
I guess
really?
one of them. Yeah, they're Art of Animation. There's a little mermaid
Cool.
place or whatever. Yeah,
I
they
can get
have
behind
speakers
that.
underwater. They play, and all they're playing is like Little Mermaid music and stuff.
Oh, okay.
All muffled.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. I don't want to get hit with copyright. Hold on.
I'm talking
Yeah.
more about like, have you
Doesn't
ever
sound so
been
much
under
like
a wave in the ocean when the wave comes by? Like
Yeah.
sound?
The muffled sound.
That sounds crazy. That's how
I
it
hate
sounds,
that
you know, being underwater. Anyway, Bass God says that song thumps so hard. I'm not sure which one he's talking about. Maybe he's talking about
Does
your
it slap?
ATL.
I don't know, but sometimes when I'm mixing an older song like that with the newer song, like man, I got to jack up the bass, bro. Like they just don't
Yeah.
compare
What's
to
an old
the
song? Here you go. Here's a good question. What's an old song that has
said
a
Let's
ton of
Groove.
bass? An old song though, not like no rap, right? Just like an old
Let's
track,
give
like
you
from a
one.
different genre than rap.
Earth, Wind, and Fire. That's not rap. Like that's.
So you're saying it really does bump? You're not joking.
Uh,
It bumps.
Yes. No. 100%. Listen to that song when you get done with this call. You'll know exactly. Dude, it hammers.
All right.
I don't think so.
awesome.
I disagree.
Oh, are you kidding me? I will fight you.
Dude, I play that every weekend, dude.
Dude, that's so, well, your speakers suck.
Mid-June.
Let me tell you right now.
My speakers suck. Hey, you know what's this Saturday, a guy I know him for a long time. I used to DJ with the guy like back in 2012. He was getting married. So he, as soon as he told me last in like November, he's like, "Hey, I'm getting married." I'm like, "Dude, tell me when and where. I'm there. I'm your DJ." He's like, "Yeah, that's what I was hoping." I was like, "Okay, cool." So he's like, a couple weeks ago, he's like, "Hey, what system are you bringing? Like, what speakers are you running right now?" And so I sent him like a clip that I took from a different wedding earlier with the the column array things.
Yeah.
And at the wedding, like after the dancing, he's like, "Dude, these speakers are amazing." He's like, when I saw the video, I was like, "Oh, that's all you're bringing?" And he's like, "Dude, the bass is phenomenal." He's like, "I can't believe these things are so small and they're putting out so." He's like, "It's fucking loud," because he wanted 4 speakers and all this stuff. I'm like, "Dude, you're not gonna need any of that. You're gonna do two line arrays, portable line arrays, and that's gonna be enough." So, I think my speakers are DJ approved. There, Erin.
DJ.
They might not be Erin approved, but every time I'm playing Earth, Wind, and Fire, dude, I gotta jack up the bass like 3 notches to match with what's
Well,
happening,
so
to match
maybe
with,
for the
like-
genre of music that it is, relatively speaking, right? So I don't know. I think it has a good bit of bass in it.
I mean, if I'm playing, dude, I play We Are Family quite a lot. Sister Sledge,
Yeah.
that's from the same time period. No bass at all, dude. I gotta jack that shit up.
Yeah, I get
So,
that.
like, I can
about-
see what you're when you're comparing it to those things, yeah. But
Yeah.
anything like,
I got a hidden one for you guys.
all right,
Okay.
So it's this song. It's like super old school, right? Dinah Washington, and the song is "What a Difference a Day Makes."
oh yeah,
And it's
I remember
funny.
you
I'll tell
told
you
me
why.
this.
Because I don't think it's on purpose at all. It's like mic rumble. Like something's happening with the mic, and I'm sure that when they recorded it, they didn't hear it.
They didn't hear it.
It's
Yeah.
still in the recording though. So like, you play this, and I'm sure on your systems you'll just hear like mic rumble, and you know what that does? It's just like, yeah, like super low bass. And I'm like, yeah, it's my go-to test when I'm checking out somebody's system to see if they're hitting low bass, because you'd never expect that from that song. And so if I don't hear it, then I just don't say anything. I don't tell them that it sounds bad. I just I know that it was supposed to make a sound, didn't make the sound. So
yeah. No, nothing says, does Billie Jean count? Yes, it does. And that one actually does thump.
Sure.
That thumps a lot. That thumps a lot.
Really?
Yeah. Billie Jean. I played that on my system and stuff like that.
Was that using the Q, not a Q acoustics, I don't want to say. It's the Q, remember the recording method, Q sound?
Oh, Q sound, yeah.
You remember that?
I don't know if they were done that way or not. They may have been like remastered at one point like that. Like I know Madonna's her whole Immaculate Collection, like her greatest hits, the album called Immaculate Collection was done via Q sound. I think it's Q sound, right?
Yeah. Q sound. I remember seeing those in the arcades too. You know, you'd play the new Street Fighter and say Q sound.
Oh, really? I don't remember that.
Anyway, it was a kind of a surroundy sound.
Soundy thingy.
Yeah. What else? What do we got in the chat here?
Check that one out.
Oh, we got all kinds of stuff.
Speed Demon by Michael Jackson. It's got some consistent little mid bass gut.
You know, I'll often drop PYT, and like some people have no idea.
Oh, I love that one.
What that song is, and then all of a sudden, boom, 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 and they're like, ah! You know, well,
I know. Tim likes to use Phil Collins. In the air. What is it? In the air tonight.
Oh yeah.
Oh, so a good one for Phil Collins is oh, my mind just went blank. I use it so much. It's just a straight drum track. I don't care anymore. That's the name of it. That one's got like a killer like drum intro, like panning and stuff like that. It's really, it's not like low bass, but it's, you know, Phil Collins like bass, you know, probably what, like 40, 50, 60 hertz, something like that. Anyway.
Yeah.
Nice
all right.
punch in the chest kind of thing. Right on.
Interesting.
Right.
Interesting. I wonder like when like bass started getting like, when's the first track that they purposely put in some like 20 hertz and below?
Well, I mean, like DJ Magic Mike had that a long time ago, bro.
So you think when they started doing digital stuff?
100%.
Yeah.
Okay. I was just having a conversation with my friend last night about it because she was wondering, because she plays the drums, and we were watching that one dude with the beard, the drummer guy with the beard. Have you guys seen that guy?
Yes.
Yeah. Does crazy ass stuff, dude. So we got into the long conversation about, you know, instruments and, you know, that's why the piano is awesome, because you have such a wide range of frequencies. Whereas like if you had a guitar and a bass, you know, even those two combined wouldn't actually hit all the notes a piano could make. Right. And all this kind of stuff. And, you know, each note has its own frequency, whatever. But that bass music from like, what was it? Miami? Is it Miami?
Mm-hmm.
Two Life Crew and all that stuff. Right.
It's all about this right here. Bass Mechanic. Quad Maximus. Track 7. Bass Mechanic. That's the one.
I don't know, man. I like Do You Like Bass by what do you call it? DJ Magic Mike. That's a good one.
All right.
Although, you know, when I was DJing with my cousin in 1995, and he had these big Serwin Vega 3-ways, and we would get the fuse breaker to cut when he played Brass Monkey. So, you know, and that was what Rick Rubin. That was, you know, what is it? The white guys.
We got a bunch of
Beastie Boys. God damn.
Beastie Boys.
But Rick Rubin was the producer, you know, so he was doing all the bass and everything, balancing the tracks.
Yeah, I remember when Red Hot Chili Peppers came out. Was it not came out, but came out with that album? I don't know what the name of it was. It was Californication or what, but there was one that Rick Rubin produced, and people, like the audiophile people, hated it because he just gained it up so much. There's no dynamic range at all, and it's just filled with all sorts of distortion. But there's like a few really good songs on that CD, so it's kind of a bummer.
Oh yeah,
just the sound quality's not that good.
All right. Hey, I don't have any questions for today. I just I'm coming up with them as we go. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask them here. We we have some good recommendations though in the chat for different tracks we can check out. And yes, Bodhi says I thought orchestral music had music that played low. I'll assume maybe something with like, yeah, you guys are saying it here. Pipe organ music had subsonics. So that's prior to.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. We do the Daily Hi-Fi podcast every Monday, 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So make sure you join up to the YouTube channel, youtube.com/Daily Hi-Fi, and we will see you there for the big show every Monday. Yeah.